Hello, 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 and praise the Lord. I pray that you are doing wonderful this morning, this evening, whatever time you're watching this. I'm going to get right into it. I am going to be installing my U Part wig that I made. I will have the link under the description box, in the description box, as to how I made this, so you can see that I actually used the glue gun method, and they are on there. There's no coming off for these. Yeah. So I created this U Part wig, and the dome cap was a little big for my head, but it's not so big that it's like sticking out and, you know, puffing out on my head. It fits perfectly. It fits perfectly. But I'm not going to be sewing this down. I'm going to show you another method of getting this securely on your head without sewing it down and all that good stuff. So I actually brought one of those combs. They actually come where you hook them like this, but I cut that part off and I sewed it. Excuse me, I had left the wig on the plastic bag too long while doing the glue gun. So I have some little pieces of a Walmart trash bag that's just not coming off. But anyway, I sewed this all around the nape, and it comes all the way up behind the sides of the ears as well, and I just sewed that around the bottom, and of course cut the top. So I'm going to show you how to get this down without any wig clips and without sewing it down. That's just the method that I'm going to use, because I want to be able to take it on and take it off and kind of give my hair a little breather for a little bit. So basically, what you will have needed is this comb sewed on the bottom of your U part, as well as some bobby pins for added security. You would have needed to braid your hair probably in right now I just have 4 big cornrows going straight back. And you're going to need a needle and some thread. So right now I'm going to place, use my mannequin right here to set that right there. I'm going to make sure that all of my hair is out of the way right now. So I'm going to secure this on. Put this on securely. And just play with it and make sure that I have it on securely. And I used a dome cap for this, but like I said, all the details will be in that video that I'll have under the bottom. So all your questions concerning this will be answered in that video. Okay, so this next step I'm going to do according to the amount of leave out that I'm leaving out. So I'm just going back, wait a minute, and just making sure that this comb is pushed all the way up under my head, all the way and on the sides. The comb actually comes all the way to up here on both sides. Okay, so I'm just gonna get my hair out the way. So now I'm gonna use the needle and thread that I have. And I'm actually going to make a little knot at the end of the thread. And I'm gonna cut off any extra, so I just have a knot on the bottom. So now I'm going to go not even halfway through the top, but right here, close to the top, but not exactly right there. And I'm gonna go through, I don't wanna go through that much. Go through like to right there, right up underneath where the weft is. And I'm going to make, I'm just going to keep tying it. Okay? And what I mean by that is I'm going to go in again. Nobody's at the door, baby. I'm going to make a knot.
Inside door.
See? So I'm just going to keep on. I'm going to go in one more time. And I'm putting my thread underneath the needle so that when I pull it through, it makes a knot. So now that's on there securely. I'm going to position this part where I want it to stay. Okay? Now I can take that bobby pin and secure it there to be sure that it doesn't move. Okay? That didn't work much. It worked some. But so from here, I'm going to go in that same spot, lift it up, put tension on and pull it close and just go in. Did I do that the right way? I sure didn't. Go up under the weft in the same, make sure it's kind of in the same area where you did on the other side. Go under, and you need to pull until it comes where you want it to come. Meaning if that's where you want it to sit right there, then you would apply pressure. Okay? You will apply that pressure. Make sure you continue holding your string with the same amount of pressure, because once you tie that, that's it. That's it. So go in there again, remembering, making sure that you're putting that pressure on it. Okay. So I've got the desired pressure that I need. And so I'm just going to go in there again where I went in before. And again, loop it so it makes a knot. And I'm going to do that again. So the purpose of this was to hold. So now I'm going to cut the string. The purpose of doing that was so that now without the bobby pin, that's going to stay closed just like how you want it. So this little string, of course, is laying over my hair, but it will be undetectable. You're going to have your hair blend right over that. So as you can see, you see that piece of string. And I'll show you how that is not even gonna make much of a difference when you put your part in, because I'm gonna show you how you can hide that. Now, if you can find like a clear little piece of plastic, something that you can do that with, that will be fine too. But in our case, or if you can use a string that is like a nude color, find you even some thread at the store that's like the color of your scalp. But I chose to do, I recommend doing it this way because your hair is black. Try to go with whatever color your hair is, and I'll show you how we can get rid of all just that little line that's right there. And that's another reason why we did it further back and not close to the front, because then you'd have had that line right across the front of your forehead. So now for added security, because that didn't, totally secure it, that is holding it down, but that's making sure that it, you don't have to sew that down on some braids on your head. So now with your bobby pins, which are the closed ones, these are hairpins and these are bobby pins. You want bobby pins. They're your friend in this case. So what I'm going to do is just secure it. And you see how you do not even see the bobby pin. You will not see that. Make sure that it's tucked down really good so when your curls or whatever is on, you don't see that. And I'm just going to go around the perimeter with those bobby pins. See?
Mommy, Dad is riding my police car.
Okay, I'll get her. Okay, so again, if you're like, ain't nobody got time for all them bobby pins and this and the other, like, I'm just trying to help you out. Give you another option. It's like, no, but yeah, make sure that that's in there. And like I said, so you don't feel them. And we're even gonna put some bobby pins, not many, but just like right here, right up here where that comb wasn't. Right here where there was no comb and it's just the hair. And you can put as many as you feel is necessary. And this ain't going nowhere. It's snug. Okay. So you like, I see all that. Let me see how you gonna get this black line. I mean, it's all right, Nicole. It's all right. It's all right. But what you gonna do with that black line? We gonna get to that black line, okay? So let's just spray our hair with heat protectant. Now, if you don't already have your curls in, spray your leave out with some heat protectant, y'all. Don't play no games with that. Okay, so after your hair has been protected with that heat protectant or whatever else you do to it, now you want to get it good. I'm natural, so I have to you know, go through some steps, do my leave out. So basically just prepare your leave out. Okay, so after you've gotten your leave out blending in all good and all that good stuff, now we are going to go and get us, I'm going to start off with a liquid. I'm going to do this with my foundation first instead of a concealer, being as though that is a string. Let's just saturate it and then set it, okay? Just trying to find a mirror so I just don't dump all of this on my head and I get where I need to get it. So I'm just taking a little angle brush. I'm taking a little bit of product because I only want to cover that. Of course I'm gonna have to do a little bit of all in my head, okay, just like I would do with a lace front.
I can't see.
Make sure you just press that liquid all into that string. Okay. Then you're just gonna go on your own scalp, okay? But this is your foundation color, so I'm gonna let that sit for a second and then I'm going to actually, so some of y'all might be like, Nicole, this is a bit much, but hey, since I'm kind of a perfectionist, after you put that foundation on there, if you notice that the scalp part is too wide or it's made the hair around the other part of the thread more visible, go into a dark brown or black or whatever color your hair is and just pat you some matte eyeshadow. They do have hair color sticks as well. I find them quite handy because instead of using eyeshadow, you can use something that matches your hair. So I'm just adding that black back up here in the front, especially for those of you who may have a thinner hair in the front. You can also use those coloring sticks that they use to color gray to kind of fill in the front portion of your hair if you feel it's a little thinner. But yeah, so just take some tweaking because I want to make sure that I didn't get any black back on what I changed. Okay, so yeah, you just perfect it. Now it's not gonna make it totally, you know, like you're gonna know it's there because you know you did it, but someone looking at your head, they're not gonna see it. They're not gonna, you know, it's not gonna be as detectable at all. You know, they're not gonna be looking for that little line. So then from here you can go on, you can curl your hair, you can style your hair, and then go on throughout your day. Now this is not for when you're jumping in pools because this is secure. This is secure enough for everyday regular adventures like work, church, Chuck E. Cheese, parents, date nights, you know, all that other, scuba diving, zip lining. You want to slow this baby down. You want to, you know, do something with an extra added security. Preferably you're not out here in these streets popping off, you know what I'm saying, getting into fights. We're ladylike. Nobody's gonna snatch you or whatever like that. But the good thing is somebody's trying to rob you or something and they grab this good hair hard enough. Take it, I'm free. You won't have me in the back of the truck. You won't have me. You might have my good hair. Now that, see, now that, no, don't you be out here fighting for no hair. Don't you better say Jesus. Okay, so anyway, yeah, so you're basically done and could go into your styling at this point. Hopefully this was helpful to you and gave you another alternative for when you want to really concentrate on taking care of your hair, underneath giving your hair a break, but still getting your weave on. Okay? Okay? Be blessed.